Hey guys, welcome back to Escapade. This morning we've got an exciting package to open, the key piece in a long overdue guest cabin makeover. But before we get to that, we need to clear out everything that's been building up in there.
Alright guys, this is our new bedding from Shipshape Bedding. They've custom made it to suit our back cabin, so we are hoping we've done the template perfectly right and it fits, but I'm pretty positive it will. We're just going to install this and see what it looks like and show you guys how good of a job these guys do.
Before we open up our new mattress, we wanted to show you the templating process. Shipshape Bedding provides an easy kit so you can map out your space with precision and get the perfect custom fit. First step is laying out the templating paper over the space. You'll notice it has small cutouts which let you use the provided stickers to hold everything in place, so it doesn't move while you're working. Okay, so Jason's got the template on. We've used the stickers where the holes are so that it holds it in place. And then I'm basically just making the creases and then we're going to mark it with a texter. And then we can take it out and cut where the lines are. And then pull it back in to test.
That's really easy, Connor. It's flat.
All done. That was surprisingly really easy. We were just saying paper's so much better than like the plastic that our upholstery person used, because it actually, when you want to crease it and like fold it, actually stays where you put it. You don't have to use so much like tape everywhere. Another handy thing maybe to have instead of a Sharpie is, because I tried to go over the corners here where it goes actually around a corner, so I was trying to use like the side of the texter. Might be an easier like little pencil thing to do that. So yeah, we'll just pull it out now very carefully, cut around all the perimeter and then pop it back in to double check it. We ended up cutting the template while it was in place, but in hindsight it's easier to take it out and cut it separately for a more precise cut. Once we were happy with the shape, we labelled the top side of the mattress and marked where we wanted it split in half for easier access into the cabin. Finally, we measured any angled edges so the mattress can be cut to sit flush against the hull and surrounding surfaces. What are you doing, cheeky girl? Oh, you're still being a little cheeky girl. It's your favourite toy, isn't it? I know.
Can I just measure it quickly?
You're not going to be able to do it because every time she sees it, she thinks you're playing with it. Okay, so what we're doing at the moment is measuring the angle where the hull goes up on the side. So all along this side and then this area here. We're doing the 10 centimetre mattress because we are in a cabin with low headroom so it doesn't go up too high. So basically Jason measures 10 centimetres high from the base and then how many centimetres away is that angle. From there you can either send off the physical template or measure it out and send a detailed sketch with measurements instead. Look, it's opening up, starting to expand.
Active call, this one.
Yeah.
Did you know that?
Mm-hmm.
That's the one you got?
Yeah, what I asked for. It's the cover. This is like chaotic. Well, that looks like it's that side. We went with Shipshape Bedding's Reflex Duo mattress in a medium firm, which is lightweight and breathable. We also had it upholstered in their Active Cool fabric, which is cool to the touch and great for sleeping in the tropics. The cover zips on and off so it's easy to wash, and you can use it on its own for maximum cooling or with a fitted sheet over the top for a softer, more classic feel.
It's really cool. Like,
yeah, I know.
Next level cool. That's so nice.
Yeah, it's going to be great in the tropics. We're probably going to be like, we want this now.
Wow, that looks amazing. Go feel it.
I know, it's so cold. Crazy.
What the hell?
What are you doing? You got a new toy. Hey, a little cheeky.
Oh!
Oh, what's with us this morning? We both hit our head.
Oh man. We're just not used to this room. But that active cooling is amazing. Like,
It feels like a fridge underneath you.
Gosh, how good is it?
I mean, it's not like it's hot at the moment, but it's going to be great to test it out once
we're in the tropics.
back in the tropics. Yeah, so all we need to do now is just do our
Side, the veneer,
and the back
vinyl.
and the back as well. We've got some nice bedding in here. We've got some pillows coming on next week sometime.
We'll be set up.
We'll leave a link in the description if you want to check out Shipshape Bedding for yourself. They're based in the UK, but they do ship internationally.
Good morning. I am sewing our bimini up today. Not sure how well I'm going to go. There's a lot of it falling apart, but hopefully if I can just follow what's been done, I'll sew it all and it will fit. So yeah, almost doing every single zip, seam, and then we've got to pick up the clear PVC and I'll sew that on after I finish with the rest, I guess. Be a good experience, I suppose. We've already got Nala helping out, as she likes to do.
What are you doing, cheeky?
Making life more difficult than easy. So I've got this double-sided tape that you pop on to get it to stick down where you need it to, and then that way it's easier to sew. Lots of bits are falling apart, a lot of the zips, some of these extra patches for reinforcement that have been put on. I don't know how I'm going to go around these rounder bits, but we'll see how we go.
At the time, this felt like a pretty big job. I had no real sewing experience, and dealing with all that heavy fabric while trying to sew straight lines isn't easy. But it ended up being really good practice for what was coming next.
This is how desperate we are. We've cut up a pair of Jason's old shorts for material to patch this motherfucker. We're on our way to Miami, but unfortunately not for fun. I was like so excited to get to Miami, and then we decided we weren't going because West Palm Beach was just a good spot to get things done because they've got the public dock there, and we've heard Miami can be pretty, like, a bit of a nightmare trying to find dinghy docks so you can get on land. And also the coast guards and stuff come around all the time and just hassle everyone, so kind of got a bit turned off. But we are heading down to redo our rigging, which is much needed. Our rigging is 13 years old. We'll be working with Sailing Services Miami to do our rigging ourselves, which is awesome. So we're excited to show you guys how simple it can be once you understand how it all works. So yeah, a good way to save yourself some money by doing it yourself. We will obviously have it inspected and tuned by a professional so that we can have it signed off for our insurance. And then we will be working with World Panel Products to redo our teak decking. So they are a stockist of Permateak, as well as everything else that you guys saw previously, like the teak and poly and the marine ply and the veneer and all of that stuff.
They have everything.
Yeah, everything you need for woodworking on a boat, which is amazing, because we all know most boats have got a lot of wood in them, especially our kind of age boat. So yeah, someone will be coming to pull all the decks up over the next few days. Hopefully we don't need any major repairs underneath, we don't have any soft spots or anything, and then I think it only takes one day to lay down the new teak, well,
synthetic teak decking. But yeah, Escapade's going to be looking like a new girl. 2 big major jobs tick off the list. So we're just heading down the ICW from West Palm Beach to Fort Lauderdale because the Gulf Stream comes really close to West Palm Beach on the coastline. But we can't actually go the whole way down the ICW because I think there's a bridge that's too low for us, and also it gets pretty shallow in areas. So we're going to exit at Fort Lauderdale and head down somewhere in Miami, and we are anchoring around Coconut Grove area when we get there. So yeah, we should hopefully be there sometime this evening. Also, unfortunately, we're going to have to come back up to West Palm Beach because this was a bit of a last minute decision to head down to Miami just to make things easier, so we're close by to the rigging place and actually for the guy to come and pull up the decks. But we already ordered a new life raft that will be delivered to North Palm Beach at West Marine, alongside a few other things like fire extinguishers, Starlink Mini. Yeah, we will have to head back up, which is a bit unfortunate. It would have been good if we could have just kept making our way south from here, but it is what it is. I guess the other option is we could just hire a car from here and come up and pick it all up. So we'll see how we go over the next few days. But yeah, we've got basically a week until we have to check out. We've got to do our rigging, our decks, our big Pacific provision, because obviously the US is the best place to be able to find everything that you need. So yeah, big provision of all of our pantry and dry goods, obviously like cat food, cat litter, cat biscuits, all of that. So yeah, we've got a lot to do over the next few days. We're feeling a little bit under the pump and a bit stressed at the moment, but yeah, I think once we get going on this crossing to Panama, a little weight will be lifted off our shoulders. Also, we've gotten a few cool things from Amazon in preparation for the Pacific, and I thought I'd show them to you. Haven't used them all yet, but got this cool little sourdough starter kit. Comes with your jar with all your measuring sections on it and the little silicone thing so you can scrape the sides nicely. And then it also comes with this sticker that actually tells you the temperature, which I think is really handy. And then when you've fed the starter, you've got this band that you can pop around and say kind of when you fed it, and then obviously where it goes to, so you can see when it's kind of doubled. And then we've also got the little cover to put over it so it has some air, which I think you just use when it's out of the fridge, and then when it's in the fridge you can pop the silicone lid on the top, and it's made so that it can pop off if there's too much gas going on. If not, you can use it for a little non-slip base. Another thing that we got is a yogurt maker, stainless steel, and then basically it's just got a mason jar inside with a lid. We got this cool little thing for the cats to lay up there, and they love it already. So it's just like a little mesh basket that either suctions onto a window, but we've obviously got it screwed into the wall. So we've got a nice little sleeping area for the cats, especially when we are heeled over. They've got somewhere that will kind of just hold them in. We think they'll love that. We also had some holes in the wall already, so we kind of wanted to cover them, so. Alright, this is about our 5th or 6th bridge we've gone through now. Unfortunately, we've had to wait for a few, which does add on quite a bit of time to your day. So I think it'll be good to get out into the ocean.
Alright, we're just exiting Fort Lauderdale now. We should be able to sail hopefully the rest of the way. So it'd be nice to get up the crisp new mainsail and yeah, check out the shape and how she looks. Fingers crossed it'll be a good sail. It's going to be pretty tight upwinds, but it's very light conditions. So we've just got up the new mainsail for the first time and it looks beautiful. It's so well made. Shape's good. We're a little bit tight to the wind at the moment, so it's flapping a little bit, but as soon as we can turn a little bit more, we will, and we'll get to see the full shape.
Oh, look at that. Look how clean she looks. Woohoo!
Look at the coastline here. It's crazy. Welcome to Miami, baby. How you feeling?
I don't really know how I feel. Tired and over
Yeah.
everything. Just because we haven't had a break for, well, quite a while.
As exciting as all these upgrades were, it started to feel like we'd taken on a little more than we could handle. We hadn't really stopped for a while, and the burnout was definitely starting to catch up with us, which probably explains the lack of videos lately. At that point, we were holding on to the idea that there was light at the end of the tunnel. Once everything was done, we thought we'd finally get some time to switch off on the passage to South America, a chance to rest and reset before hauling out Escapade for hull work. But looking back now, that break never really came. The weather we ran into was relentless, and there were moments out there where I genuinely just wanted to call it and fly back to Australia.
Open the blanket.
I think she's a bit scared. It's her first passage in a while, so
Yeah.
she's not feeling the most comfortable. She's forgotten what sailing's about.
And that's all still to come, so make sure you stay tuned for our daily vlogs as we sail from the USA down to Colombia, or you can watch some of them already over on Patreon.
We've made it to Miami. Very cool to come into the city like with the skyline. It's absolutely stunning. Much bigger than I expected. Feels like we're coming into New York or something. It's really cool. I think this is definitely the biggest city that we've ever come into. It's nice to come back into the nice calm water. Obviously Jason's got to navigate a little bit more because there's some shallow areas and bridges and all that kind of stuff, but we are not too far off, and we managed to shave a little bit of time off. We figured out we could come into the main port area instead of going down and around to get to our anchorage. So yeah, hopefully we should be there, what, in an hour?
2 probably.
2 hours?
I think so.
11:30 at night?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. We managed to shave maybe 45 minutes off our trip.
No, it was saying like 12:45, so.
Ah, okay. Anyway, at least being in here, it's like nice and chill and calm, so I like it better.
This was honestly pretty magical. Not exactly what sailing usually looks like, but we're not complaining. We'll leave you with these beautiful views, and we'll see you in the next episode.